Top 3 mind-boggling quantum experiments that will drop your jaw. It would be good if you see the video just before this one. Harvard goes to the Himalayas, monks with superhuman abilities is what they found, and what that has to do with quantum physics as well. Now, quantum physics has revealed that the true nature of our reality is much weirder than we previously thought. It's actually mind over matter. Findings in this realm challenge various belief systems that are still firmly held by a large portion of mainstream science. The modern scientific worldview is predicated on assumptions closely associated with classical physics. And this has become dominant in academia, more specifically materialism, which is the idea that matter is the only reality, despite the fact that multiple experiments have clearly shown how certain empirical phenomena cannot be explained by classical physics. QM, or quantum mechanics, has questioned the material foundations of the world by showing that atoms and subatomic particles are not really solid objects. They do not exist with certainty at definite spatial locations and definite times. Most importantly, QM, or quantum mechanics, explicitly introduced the mind into its basic conceptual structure, since it was found that particles being observed and the observer, the physicist and the method used for observation, are linked. According to one interpretation of QM, this phenomenon implies that the consciousness of the observer is vital to the existence of the physical evidence and the events being observed, and that mental events can affect the physical world. If you could believe that, that's what has been found and evidenced. This is precisely why Max Planck, the originator of the quantum theory, regarded consciousness as fundamental, and why he regarded matter as derivation from consciousness. That's why Eugene Wigner, Nobel Prize winner in physics, stated that, quote, it was not possible to formulate the laws of quantum mechanics in a fully conscious way without referring to consciousness. The way we think, feel, perceive, and more are all fundamental to the nature of our reality, to the creation of our human experience, to the existence of physical objects themselves. Quantum physics has shed light on facts that challenge the current framework of accepted knowledge, and perhaps this is why there has been such a resistance towards these important discoveries. These findings have the power to change our world forever. Quote, we knew that the earth was flat, we knew that we were the center of the universe, and we knew that a man-made, heavier than air piece of machinery could not take flight. Through all stages of human history, intellectual authorities have pronounced their supremacy by ridiculing or suppressing elements of reality that simply did not fit within the framework of accepted knowledge. Are we really any different today? Have we really changed our acceptance towards things that won't fit the frame? Maybe there are concepts of our reality we have yet to understand, and if we open our eyes, maybe we'll see that something significant has been overlooked, end quote. Terry Toftons from The Day Before Disclosure. The 3 experiments. We've written about these experiments in depth and have multiple articles on them. A brief description provided with the links in other articles. 1. The double slit experiment. In the experiment, a double slit optical system was used to test the possible role of consciousness in the collapse of the quantum wave function. The ratio of the interference pattern's double slit spectral power to its single slit spectral power was predicted to decrease when attention was focused towards the double slit as compared to away from it. The study found that factors associated with consciousness significantly correlated in predicted ways with perturbations in the double slit interference pattern. Observations not only disturb what has to be measured, they produce it. We compel the electron to assume a definite position. We ourselves produce the results of the measurement. 2. Delayed choice quantum eraser. Like the quantum double slit experiment, The delayed choice quantum eraser has been demonstrated and repeated time and time again. For example, physicists at the Australian National University, ANU, have conducted John Wheeler's delayed choice thought experiment, and the findings were recently published in the journal Nature Physics. The delayed choice experiment illustrates how what happens in the present can change what happens in the past. Can you believe that? It also shows how time can go backwards, how cause and effect can reverse, and how the future causes the past. I mean, this is amazing. Quote, if we attempt to attribute an objective meaning to the quantum state of a single system, curious paradoxes appear. Quantum effects mimic not only instantaneous action at a distance, but also, as seen here, influence the future actions on past events, even after these events have been irrevocably recorded. End quote. Asher Perez, pioneer in quantum information theory. And the sources are here. Number 3, quantum entanglement. Quote, space is just the construct that gives the illusion that there are separate objects, end quote. Dr. Quantum, and there's an article link here. Quantum entanglement suggests that two objects, electrons, creating together are entangled. This means that if you send one to the other side of the universe and do something like spin it to one of them, the other will act in the same manner instantaneously. I mean, this is amazing. Either information is traveling faster than the speed of light, or the vast distance we perceive between these objects really does not exist at all. Either possibly is mind-altering. So entanglement was recently verified by the Griffin University Center for Quantum Dynamics, led by Professor Howard Wiseman and his team of researchers at the University of Tokyo. They recently published a paper in the journal Nature Communications, confirming what Einstein did not believe to be real, the non-local collapse of particles' wave function. Wiseman stated that, quote, this phenomenon is the strongest yet proof of the entanglement of a single particle, an unusual form of quantum entanglement that's being increasingly explored for quantum communication and computation, end quote. And Nikola Tesla says, the day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. This is by Collective Evolution, Arjun Walia. It's here on Humans Are Free. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. This is unbelievable. If you put one electron at one end of the universe and another electron on the other and spin it, the second electron will spin the same way. This is at the same exact moment. This is unbelievable. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.